Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're here. Got some requests for Kino because you Kino fans are insane. Thank you so much. I like you. Yeah, we had some more, and I was like, okay, let me go find a Kino song because I actually hadn't done one in a while, and I really do like to gravitate back towards that group every once in a while because I never get tired of hearing them. Probably one of the most prolific rock and roll bands out of Russia in the 80s, well known before and just always there up until pretty much like the wall fell, and then the lead singer died right around the same time, 89, 90, and they kind of like went down that mythological legendary status, you know, as the band that was and could never really be revived. And it just has a lot of history behind it. And you guys that comment on here are passionate about Kino. You're passionate about your music, and rightfully so, because Kino never fails to deliver. So looking up, I was like looking through a bunch of songs, and I saw this one, which came out about 10 years ago. Oh, well, I'm sorry, it was published on YouTube 10 years ago, and has 10 million views. So it's pretty well known, and it's Kukushka. So I had to do a little reading up on it, you know, because it's in Russian. It didn't look like, it doesn't have subtitles in the video. It's just the music, and somebody in the comment section of this video translated the lyrics, so I have those. But reading up on it, it turns out that this is like one of the last songs Viktor Tsoi wrote before he was killed. He had just done the lyric work for the Black Album, what would become known as the Black Album, and was killed in the car wreck. And then his bandmates finished up the album, and it was published posthumously. And this song really strikes a chord with not only with Kino fans, but with music lovers everywhere. It's considered Kino's swan song, especially Viktor Tsoi's swan song, and should be pretty good just from glancing over the lyrics and kind of like getting used to them, so I can try and put them in here correctly. It really seems like a fitting song to be known for, like at the very end. So we're going to check this out, and hopefully you guys will dig this. If you do, please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because we're always trying to find music you've never heard of before, so you can become fans of music you didn't even know existed. Most importantly, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought, and then share this video with your friends, loved ones, and complete strangers. So without any further ado, this is going to be Viktor Tsoi and Kino. This is Kino with Kukushka, which means cuckoo, like the bird.
Еще не написанных сколько, скажи, кукушка, пропой. В городе мне жители на выселках, камням лежать или гореть звездой. Звездой. Солнце мое, взгляни на меня. Моя ладонь превратилась в кулак. И если есть порох, дай огня.
Okay. That's the first verse and chorus. So how many songs I have left to write? Tell me, cuckoo, sing to me. Will I live in a city or in exile? Will I lay like a stone or burn like a star? A star. And then the chorus, my son, look at me. My palm is turned into a fist. And since there is gunpowder, give it fire. Like that. So, first of all, the music just, he's so good at like creating that atmospheric music, you know? And the way his voice just rolls over that music is just hypnotizing. And it just it sucks you right in and just puts you at ease and lets you absorb this music just effortlessly. It's just gorgeous music. And of course his voice is just amazing. So how many songs do I have left to write? Tell me, cuckoo, sing to me. So he's asking the bird basically about his fate. You know, what do I have? Like he wants to know the future. Will I live in a city or in exile? So is he gonna be in a place of acceptance, or is he going to be in a place of denial? Is he going to be like where, in the city, or is he going to be like in the outskirts and unwanted and not recognized, right? Forgotten. Will I lay like a stone or burn like a star? So I guess when he dies, is he just going to be like a stone, a monument, a headstone in the ground? Or is he going to burn like a star? Is he going to be something that people look toward? Is he going to be something that gives light off after he's dead? I'm thinking is pretty much like the thing here. Like, so he's asking the cuckoo, like, how is this going to go down? Like, am I going to be well known and remembered, or am I just going to be forgotten? What's the fate that I have ahead of me? My son, look at me. My palm turned into a fist. He talks about the sun so much. It's really interesting. I don't know if it's like a person, his muse that he talks to, or his version of like, the afterlife God. But he the star is also a sun, and he uses the light in the sky, the star in the sky, in lots of his songs that I've heard. My palm has turned into a fist. So he's gone from peace into a status of war. So he's in a fight now. And since there's gunfire, get it fire. So he's willing to fight for what he believes in. And he's willing to fight for this legacy that he's built up. He's no longer at a state of peace. Now he's ready for it. Really, I can see how this is a swan song for sure.
По следу одинокому, сильные да смелые головы сложили в поле. В бою мало кто остался в светлой памяти, в трезвом уме да с твердой рукой в строю.
So he asks, who will follow in my lonely footsteps? Strong and courageous have laid down their heads on the battlefield. Few remain in clear memory, sober mind and firm hand in information. So he's asking, like, so who's going to come behind me? You have to imagine, think about where he's at when he writes this, at the end of the 80s, with perestroika having won. I'm not sure if you saw The Wall Fell. I believe it did in 89 or 90, whatever year that was. But so he's seeing the Soviet Union that he grew up in come to an end. And finally, he can see like the future on the horizon, right? So he wonders like his place in being this musician in the Soviet Union and moving forward. Like, did he have an impact on that? Did he have an impact on society? So who's going to follow in his footsteps? If he's not there, who's going to take over? Or if he's there, but he's not, you know, if he's one of those exiles, if he's one of the forgotten, who's going to come behind him and pick up the guitar and play and be the musician moving forward into this new future that is so uncertain, right? Strong and courageous have laid down their heads on the battlefield. So, you know, not necessarily talking about soldiers, but talking about those who have fought with their music, the artists, the ones who have protested and have come and have fallen in this fight for a better future for Russia and for its citizens. Few remain in clear memory. So he doesn't remember a whole, he doesn't remember, but just a few, because there have been so many. Sober mind and firm hand information. Not really sure what that means, but he has a sober mind. He has a firm hand, and he not really sure what that means there. But he's sure, and he's sure that those that remain are sure. So he doesn't worry about them, but he's just wondering like who's going to follow him. And then he goes into the chorus again.
Где же ты теперь, воля вольная? С кем же ты сейчас ласковый рассвет встречаешь? Ответь, хорошо с тобой, да плохо без тебя. Голову до плечи терпеливые подплеть.
So real quick, that final verse, where are you, carefree freedom? With whom are you now, greeting the gentle sunrise? Answer me. Is it good with you and with bad without? My patient shoulders and head go under the whip. So he's talking about his fate. He's talking about, you know, when he's talking to the cuckoo, he wants to know his fate. He's talking about strength and courage and like what he's done and who will fall behind him. And now he's talking about freedom. And where are you, carefree freedom? With whom are you now, greeting the gentle sunrise? Answer me. So if freedom is not with him, who's it with? If he's not going to get that freedom, who's going to get the freedom? Right? It's good with you and bad without. My patient shoulders and head go under the whip. So he's been patient for so long for this freedom. He's been patient so long for this liberty, but he's still enslaved to whatever social or moral conditions he's facing. Right? And he just wants to know, like, is he ever going to get his chance to be free? It's deep lyrics, man. It's just unbelievable. Great. He's a poet.
Солнце мое, взгляни на меня. Моя ладонь превратилась в кулак. И если есть порох, да и огня, вот так
interesting way to end that song. If you listen to the music in that song from the beginning, this is 6 minute and 40-second song. But if you listen from the music, that music never changes. Like it's the same rhythm, the same chords over and over and over throughout that entire song. And it's just this meditative, contemplative, that it's one of those reflective moments where he's looking inward and wondering, was my life worth anything? Was my music worth anything? Did I actually accomplish anything? What's going to be my fate? How am I going to be remembered? And, did I inspire people to come after me? Will they come? How will I be known in the future? And it's just this contemplative thing that he's going over and over in his head and trying to, come to grips with his mortality and stuff and his legacy. And then his guitar stops and the rest of the band keeps playing on without him for like the last minute. It's really cool, man. That's really that's a killer song, man. I've really been impressed by some Russian music lately. I did a review with DDT, That Is All, a week or two ago, and that song has been stuck in my head, which is really weird because it's in Russian and I don't understand it. But I found myself going and looking it up and just watching it like 4 or 5 times over the last couple of weeks, and just absorbing that video because it really had an impact on me. And this song is like doing pretty much the same thing. It's such a swan song, not only for Kino and for Viktor, but it's one of those songs that can really make you reflect and kind of gives you that meditative state of looking inward on your life and wondering if you've done it all. And is there, you never know when it's all going to end. He wrote this with no intention of dying, before the age of 30, and yet he's dead within a couple months, and everything he reflected here, like, now has come to fruition. Who came behind him? How is he remembered? We're answering those questions for him. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. Really helps the algorithm. And share this with people and get this music out there, because this is really awesome music and more people need to hear it. And I don't think enough people have heard enough Kino, and they really need to. So do me a favor and share it. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can be up to date with more. Ring that little bell, get notifications. But please, if you have something to say, if you have something for me to listen to, I'd love to check it out. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought, and we'll do it all again next time. So in the meantime, do check out this other stuff I have over here. Recent stuff that I've been reacting to. Some crazy stuff, as usual. And y'all stay good. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. I love you. God loves you. See you next time. Peace.